start this way. Mm. Okay, we've spoken about append and merge. You know that when we are merging, we are trying to combine two queries side by side. But when we are appending, we are trying to combine uh, two queries top and bottom. That's the difference. That's the difference between merging and appending. So there are, and you know that when we did merge in the class we had, we we merged using the left outer join, if you can still remember that very well. But there are times that we might want to merge two queries that have virtually, they have different attributes. Let me just paint a graphical representation of that. Let's assume, let me use this draw. Okay. Let's assume we have two queries in this form. I'm just going to use this graphical representation to, you know, to lay the foundation. Assume we have a query like this, and we also have another query. When I say query, I hope we understand I'm referring to the data in our tables. So that's what I mean by queries. For those that started the series with us, I'm sure they would understand better. When I say query, I mean table. Assume we have two queries, or we have two tables, table one and table two, and I'm just using a graphical representation here. And in table one has some matching features with table two, and it also has some features in table one that are not matching with table two. Now, assuming we want to merge these two queries now, you know, using a common column, you know, we can decide to just, okay, let us merge the fitting features or the matching features in both tables. So if we do that, that means I'm saying that the result we're going to have is something like this. Don't forget, we are matching the fitting features in both tables. So you can all agree with me that we are going to have a result that looks like this. Uh, okay. That is matching the fitting features in both tables. Then if we can say, okay, let's match table one and table two, but let table one have priority. Let's prioritize table one. I mean, let's have everything in table one like this, everything in table one, and let's just match it with the fitting columns in table two. So that means we are matching it with this. So we have something like this at the end of our matching. Here we are prioritizing table one, the one on the left. We are bringing in everything there. For table two, we are only bringing things, the features that are matching with table one. And we can again say, okay, let's prioritize table two. That means let's bring in everything in table two. This way. Um, this, and let's match it with the fitting features from table one. That means you have an output that looks like this. Then again, we can have another scenario that says, let's bring in everything. In this case, this third case, we are prioritizing table 2. We are bringing everything from table 2 and only bringing the matching features from table 1. We can as well say, okay, let's bring in everything from table 1, and let's also bring in everything from table 2, both matching and not matching. We're going to have something that's just like this because, we can't really, okay, I hope you can still understand this, okay. So this is, we can't really join these two together because they are not matching. So, but these ones are matching. So this is another scenario, Again, we can say, okay, let's just bring in what is not matching. I mean, the unmatching, if there's any word like that, features from table 1 alone. That's all we need. So we're just going to bring in this, We're just going to bring in something like this. That's all we need. Another scenario might be, let's bring in the unmatching features from table 2. So that means we are only bringing in our result. We want to have this kind of results like this. So this, let me just do a quick recap. And because some people just came in, 2 tables, table 1 and table 2. I'm using this graphical illustration to represent the features of both tables, 1 and 2 respectively. I want to join them. I want to merge the 2 tables in such a way that in this first scenario, I'm only bringing in the matching features of table 1 and table 2, or from query 1 and query 2. We can use the 2 terms interchangeably. The second scenario is, let us bring in everything. Let's give table 1 priority. Bring in every data there, then merge it with just the fitting columns from table 2. That means we are prioritizing table 1. In this third case, we are prioritizing table 2, bringing in everything from table 2 and just bringing in the matching features from table 1. This is the fourth scenario. We are bringing everything from table 1, and we are as well bringing everything from table 2. We can see that this is like a combination of this and this combined, to give this. Then the fifth case is we are only bringing in the unmatching features from table 1 alone. That means we are not bringing anything from table 2. And we are leaving out the matching features. And the last scenario, it's bringing the unmatching feature from table 2. Leave out everything from table 1, both matching and unmatching. So these are the ways we can merge columns. And this takes us to the concept of joins. Let's use now let's bring this to life using a data set. I think let's go to one of the data sets we've used in the class. Going here, softnet, query. I'm not sure which is which again. I think it's this. Let me open this up. Let's see. Okay. Trying to, okay, I think this should be the, share. Let me share that. Okay. I think this is it. Okay. Oh, let's make sure the data set. Looking at this data set closely, rather, let's look at this city column. This city column is our matching column in both tables. we can see that the city column is repeated, is here, and we also have it here. Taking a closer look again, we can see that we have these are a list of cities, We have two cities here, Dallas, here in the transactions worksheet. We have one city. We have one city, Dallas, here in the transaction worksheet that is not here in the cities worksheet, in the city column. We don't have it here. Then again, still staying on the cities column, or on the cities worksheet, we can see that in this column, this city column, there is, we have Houston here. We have Houston here, present in this column that we don't have here. If we look through, we won't see Houston here. So I just want us to note the what's it called, the difference we have in the two tables. So let's bring these two tables into Power Query. So open our Power Query editor. Okay, these are this Power BI desktop. So let's get to Power Query from Power BI desktop. So we go to get data, then Excel worksheet.
Sorry, Mr. Dide, your screen is not changing.
Oh, okay. So what exactly can you see on my screen, please? Let me know.
The worksheet.
Worksheet, okay. Let me go back there. Okay, can you see the Power BI desktop now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So let me go over that again. So I already have the Power BI desktop open. So we go to get data, then Excel workbook. Navigate to where we have the data set. What's it called? SoftNet. This data set. So that imports the data, the Excel workbook from its location to Power BI desktop. So we have it here. We have the two queries here, the cities and the transactions. So I want to bring both of them into Power Query in Power BI desktop. So all I need to do is just to select both workbooks or worksheets. These are worksheets. To select both worksheets in this workbook. So we go to transform data. So that brings us to Power Query editor in Power BI desktop. So here we have it. We have the two worksheets here, appearing as queries. That's why I was using both terms or both words interchangeably, So we have it here. And so let's just, before we go on with our transformation process, let's just take a quick look at the two queries and see if they are ready for further transformation. So looking at the cities query, we can see that we have in the first row here, these cities, state, and region are meant to be our header. They are not meant to be here. So they are meant to be up here. So what we need to do first is to promote them. That wasn't done for us by Power Query. So it's a step that we need to undertake ourselves. So we just need to come here and use the first row as headers. So with the home tab selected, just come here, drop down, and say use row as headers. So that has automatically promoted the first row we had here as headers. So we can also check the data type to see if it's correct. So the data type we have here is correct. So I think this query is in right shape. So we can just take a quick look at the other query, the transactions query. So coming here, Okay, we can see that Power Query had already promoted the first row as headers. So we don't need to do that, and we just need to look at the data type. This is text, this is right, this is also right, this is right. So this is decimal, it's correct as well. This is whole number, it's correct. And we also have this as decimal and decimal as well. So we have both queries now in the right shape, so we can go ahead with our transformation. So what we need to do now, what we want to do here is, let me go back to the original table. Now, this is the transactions table. Now, it's like we want to bring in state and region here. We want to merge it. We want to bring in state and region here. That is the essence of this exercise. We are bringing both columns here from here. If you've done the last 2 or 3 classes with us, you will be a bit familiar with what we're trying to do. So having said that, that means this will be our starting query in Power Query, or our baseline. Let me put it that way. So we come here, going back to Power Query, you start from here. We want to merge what we have in cities column to what we have here now. So we select this. With this selected, we go to our in Home tab, we go to our merge query. Merge query, I'm going to merge queries as new. I'm going to merge queries as, don't forget this will create a new query for us, and I can as well merge queries without merging as new. So I'm going to select merge queries as new. So selecting this, just let's see. So we don't forget we selected transactions table, and that's the starting point. This is asking us now that which table do you want to merge it, or which query do you want to merge it with? Do you want to, yes, we are merging transactions table with which table? And it's going to be with cities table. So you select cities table. Now, what is the common column here? What is the merging column? Is cities column. You select city here, and you select city as well. Now, let's take a look at this. Let's go. This is left outer. Left outer says all from the first, then matching from the second. If we go and look at what, hello, just hold on, just a minute, please. If we go back and check what we have here, let me take us there quickly, to the whiteboard. Then we'll return. Okay, that one says all from the left, then matching column from the right. That means it's referring to this. All from the left, matching columns from the right. So this is left. So what I described earlier here is what we call the left outer. Is the left outer. So this is the left outer. So go back to our screen. Sorry, trying to. Okay, can you see my Power Query screen? Hello?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
fine. So left outer, all from the first. I mean from the first table, which is the one on the left for us. If you remember that diagram, I just showed you now. All from the first, that's the one on the left. Then the matching from the second. So that is the join kind we are using. And this is saying 13 out of 15 rows selected. Yes, because we have some columns in one table. We have some rows rather in one table, or we have some values in this city column. This is the matching column. So anything is saying is making reference to this our selected column. he's saying that the selection matches, this is the selection, city, 13 of 15 rows. That means there are 15 rows, in all. Or let me say the one that has the higher number of rows has 15 rows, Apparently, I think it's this row. I think it's this row. And there are only 13 of these rows here, matching 15 of these. That means there are some rows here present, there are some values present in one row in this column that are not present in the other row, which is Dallas and Houston, if you remember. So let's just go on and say, okay, and see what result we will have. So here we are. So this is the merge output. Let's come here. Let's expand this. Expanding this, we have city here already, so we're only bringing in state and region. For those of us that are a bit lost, just you can look at the previous two videos. Maybe after the class, we'll look for a way to send them so that when you look at the first two videos, you understand this better. That means if you're not in class when we did the first two lessons or classes on merge, so we want to bring in our state and region now. Like I said here earlier, we are bringing state and region. So that's why we have to click on, we have to select let me go back to here. I think I'm sharing. I'm trying to go back to what I was sharing. Okay. Sorry for that. Just have to moving in between views at times, So I've unselected this. We have city here already. I'm only bringing in state and region. And don't forget, we uncheck this. Then we click on OK. Now, this is what we have. This is the final output. This is the result of our merge. Don't forget, it says we are bringing everything from the left, from the first table, which is on our left, and only the matching columns from the right. If we look at the result here, we can see some null here, null value. And this state and region columns, they are from the city column. They are from, now in this case, in this scenario, this is the table on our left, and this is the table. Can you see my screen? I'm showing an Excel worksheet. Oh, can you see it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Still showing the power.
Okay, that's why I just needed to ask so that okay. Okay, I'm sure you can see the Excel worksheet now. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, now this is the table on our left. This is the table on our left, and this is the one on our right. So what we did is we brought in everything from here, and we are only bringing in matching columns from here. That's left outer. That means what will happen is that it's going to bring, because if you look at here, you can see that Dallas and Dallas, these two rows, they don't have any state or region here, because we don't have Dallas here as a city in the right. If I'm sorry, okay, I thought someone said something. So visualize this as the one on our left, and visualize this as the table on our left now, on our right now. That diagram we drew. So this is the one on our left, and this is the one on our right. So that means it's going to bring in everything from this left, and only the matching columns from this one on the right. And don't forget, we have this on the left, Dallas, and we don't have Dallas on the right. That means in the long run, it's going to give us state and region for for everything here, you know, it's going to give us the sales, quantity, discount, profit. It's going to give us these values. Let me show you. It's going to give us this from the left, because I said bring everything from the left. It's going to give us this from the left, give us this from the left, even give us this from the left, give us everything here from the left, give us everything here from the left, give us everything here from the left, give us everything. In fact, we are going to have every information here from the left. So, but from the right, don't forget this state and region are coming from the right, which is cities. So it's going to bring us state and region for all the states except from Dallas, because it will not find any state and region for Dallas here. It's because it's able to find state and region for every other city except for Dallas. And since at the end of the day, this is going to come as null, it's going to come as null. Normally, it's going to come as null. Now, let's go and look at the output, what we have. Let's go back to Power Query. Now you can see that it's brought everything here. Here. Just hold on, just a minute. Let me check something. I want to check the. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So you can see that it's brought everything here, but in state and region, it's bringing these values as null, because they don't have any values for Dallas. They don't have any state or region for Dallas. Hello?
Yeah, can hear you.
So we can note here that, see, remember that he did not look at Texas here. You know, Texas is here in the right, on the right table, is in the cities column. Sorry, cities table, Texas, right? We know that it will not bring us any information for Texas. It will only bring us everything here, Dallas, no. But for Texas, because we are only matching everything here, so it's going to bring us the corresponding states here and region for everything here, and it will show this as null because it did not find any corresponding state and region for Dallas here. But it will still bring it anyways, because we are saying bring everything you have from the left table, but only bring things that from the right table that exist on the left table. Texas does not exist on the left table here, on transaction table. So it's not going to bring any information on Texas. So if we go back here, I was showing my, what's it called, my Excel. I don't know if you could see the Excel. Let me go back. I was showing my Excel sheets just now. So I'm not sure if you were seeing it as well.
We can't see it. If you share all your screen, like share the entire screen, okay, anytime you move around, you will be able to, we'll be able to see.
Okay, fine. I'm back in Excel now. Oh, can you see the Excel now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. It means this is our left and this is our right. It means bring everything from the left. Everything. Now, these ones, you know, they are state. This one will bring, we have values for states and regions, definitely. Because for WAPCO City, WAPCO is here and it has states. Don't forget, we have merged the two columns. We have merged it. So it's going to look up this table. So let us know that first. it's going to come here and look up this table and bring like WACO. It will bring Texas and Central. Let me copy this so that we understand this clearly. It will bring Texas and Central for WACO. For Chicago, it will bring Illinois and Central. Control C. It will bring Illinois and Central. And for others, but for Dallas, when it gets here, there's nothing on Dallas. There's nothing on Dallas. So it will not find any value here. So it will leave it as null, but it will bring values for others. That is what this left side will look like. So in the final table, it's going to bring, we are saying, don't forget we are merging, we are doing left outer. We are saying bring everything from the left and bring only the matching color from the right after you have merged. Now on merging, it will bring everything here. It will show Dallas, and it will also show the state and region as null because it's showing everything on the left. That's why if we come here, let me go back there. Okay, if you come here, can you see my Power Query? Can you see my Power Query?
Yes.
Okay, if you come here, we will see everything, all the 15 rows, and also we'll see Dallas. You see, you can see Dallas here. It's here, and Dallas is having null states and null region because it's bringing everything. Then it has brought everything from city 2 as well, because all these values, this Texas Central, they are from city 2. They are from cities, rather. That's the second column, I mean, the second table. But it is not, if we check here, we don't have any city called Texas here because it has left out Texas, because Texas is on the second table, which is on the right, but it does not have any matching features in this table here. So that's why it's not going to bring any transaction, any sales, any quantity, any information on Texas in table 2, in table 1, because Texas, we are merging using left outer. That is the first thing. Bring everything from table 1, but leave out whatever is in table 2 that is not in table 1. And cities is in table 2, not in table 1. So that's why it has left out every information as regards city, but it has brought in every information as regards transactions. I don't know if that is clear. Or do we have questions? So I think we have only done one of, that's the first kind of join. So I think it's important for us to understand this before going on to other kind of joins. I don't know if we have any questions, queries, so that we can look at this more deeply.
Sorry, I have a question. Can I go ahead?
Do you have any questions on left outer?
Yes, it's just an observation. I want to be clear on it.
Okay, I want to assume it's clear, so we can also, I will send the data set so that we can also practice, on our own. So in case we have any gray areas, we can come to class and look at it together. So thank you all for today.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I have.
Over to you, man.
Hello.
We have questions before you go. Mr. Jide, we have questions.
Okay, I have the Damilola's hand up. Please go ahead.
Allow the speak. Someone was talking before. Allow him to talk before I talk, please.
Hello.
Somebody was talking before me, so we should allow him
yes,
to talk.
I think that should be me. Probably you didn't
sorry,
hear me.
I have my, what's it called? My earpiece connected. I didn't know I wasn't putting it in my ears. Okay, sorry, please go ahead.
Okay. So my question is, with this, we have the left outer, which is the transaction table.
Yes.
The value is you have 16 rows, which is greater than the city table, which is 14. So in the case where it's the reverse, that means it won't return anything. We'll have equal, that's 14. Do you understand what I mean?
No, I don't quite get that.
Okay, now let me take it again. Now, looking at this transaction table, you have 16 rows, which is greater than the city's table where you have 14.
Okay.
So if it's the reverse, you have 16 here in the city, you have 16 rows and you have 14 for transaction.
Okay.
Rather than returning null, it will not return anything.
No,
is that what it will be?
It is not by the number of rows. Really.
I quite understand.
Okay.
I quite understand, but I'm just saying if the reverse is the case, rather than having null as the result, it will not return anything because it's not finding anything for those the two rows.
Do you know, because you are still referencing the number of rows. If you're looking at the values in the city column, that is the matching column. Or rather you ask as regards the okay, if you have one value in the city column that is not in city column in transactions table, that is not in the cities column in the cities table, you know, because we are comparing using the city columns. Now, it has nothing to do with number of rows. Either there are 4 rows on the left one or 3 rows on the right one. It now depends on what values do we have in the rows. In the left column, in the transaction column, the left one, it will return if there are 2 rows, if there are 100 rows, if there's 1 row, it will return all the values in that row, in that table, in the left one. Even if it's just 1 row, it will return all the values it finds there. And if that 1 row that we have in this left, assume there's just 1 row in transactions column, if that 1 row has no information on the second table, on the right table, it will return a value, it will return a null value that does not have any information, but it will still give you a value which is null. So that's what I want us to understand. So it doesn't really matter if there are more rows on the right or there are more rows on the left. It now depends on what do we have in the rows that we are matching, that in the rows in the column that we are using to match the 2 tables. What do we have there? I think that is the more important fact. I don't know if that answers it.
All right, that's fine. Yeah.
I see Damilo's hand. Oh,
yes. Thank you, Mr. Jide.
Thank you.
Yes, I encountered something close to this, but I don't know if that is what they were actually asking me. I had an interview some time ago. I never expected data. It was a BA interview, but they brought data. And in that question, they gave me like Q in union B and B intersection Q. Something like that, like normal, like a set. So I've never encountered something like that in data, even though I know I'm new into data. Okay. But when I saw it, I was like, hey, Jobula, to just see you.
Okay.
It was quite strange to me. And because of that part, I'm sure that was the reason why I was not even, but the BA part, I was able to answer all their questions, but that part I couldn't answer it. Can we say in this example you just gave us now, let's say T transaction is for T, then client is for C, city is C. So let's assume that we want to say transaction table interception city table. So does that mean that they are talking about what intercepts T transaction table and city table? Then the union will be T union C. That means that everything we have in transaction table and everything we have in city table. Please, can you? I don't know if that makes any sense, but as we are teaching it, I'm just thinking through my past experience that Could it be that this is what these people were asking me, even though I was a novice then? But could you please shed more light? If it's not related to this, can you please explain it? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I think what you said is quite related to this. You know, like you, like you, what's it called? Like you said earlier, you know, intersection is the meeting point of two, or let me say two entities now. The entities we have here, you know, are transactions and cities, the two tables. Now, what we did today, the left outer is not the intersection. You know, the intersection will be the join for intersection will be inner, you know, which we've not really done. The inner, that is, this is it. Let me show you. Let me go back to share. Let's share. There's white screen again. Okay. Okay. I don't know, this is my white screen. It's disappearing. I think I still need to go and study this sharing, you know, because it's giving me. Okay, sorry. It was sending me. Okay.
If you are sharing, there are two options to share. Share entire screen. Share.
Yeah. Okay. I think I have it now. Oh, can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, if this is transaction and this is cities, so this is T intersection C. This is where both tables meet, similarities, and this should be T union C. What am I pressing now? This is T union C, which means bring everything from transaction and cities. Do you understand?
Yes, if I'd known that this thing is as simple as this, oh my God.
So this is the intersection where the two tables meet, and this is bringing everything. That's union of the two tables here. So this is full outer, and this is inner.
Ah, my God. What you don't know, you don't know.
Exactly. What you don't know, you don't know. Yeah.
The guy was telling me, you know, it's a cheap question, you can answer it. He just gave me pen, gave me paper. I was like, what's this? He depicted the question. Oh my God.
Thank you. What you don't know, you don't know. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. But now we know.
Now I know. Thank you. Please, probably at the end of the class, you can still shed more light on this part. There are some that have complement, all those stuff, like normal sets. Please, we would like to, you can help us with those things too. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Ma. Over to you, Ma.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.